Well, look out if he's going to give more pace tomorrow. But certainly a very interesting start to the race. There was a delay, there was rain all over the place, but the riders got away and everyone made it through turn one. But early on, our pole sitter was well placed.
Yeah, and track conditions, as we suspected, changed during the race. Just at this point, it was Sherifuddin Azman who got away well from pole to start off with. Tanak Longpliao threatening. Helmi Azman up there for most of it. And McKinley Carl Paz, you can see, started well and kept himself in the first 3 or 4 for most of the race, except for one occasion.
Yeah, but also Adnada Putra had come from the 7th position on the grid on the 3rd row to make his presence felt early on in the race. There he is leading early on as well, but he had Tanat, the other tie rider for company, on board bike number 31. McKinley Kyle Paz made his way to the lead. Here he was leading. The next minute, Barry, that we saw him, he was back in 6th position, but not only back in 6th position, but a long way distance-wise behind the leader, which he had to try and fight back.
Yeah, I stood up to look out of the window to see where he was, but anyway, the rest is history. He made his way back up to the front.
Good battle going on in this second group as well.
Yeah, it was.
That was while Kazman Daniel was still actually going. Unfortunately, his race was to end early.
Yeah, this group nice and tight. We thought maybe Anupab Samoon was going to come through, but he ran wide once or twice. That was the second time.
I think it was all at the same corner too, as this lead group started to close up once again. And Helmi Azman was once again in the battle as well, as the race finished early for McKinley Kalpaz's teammate.
Yeah, and Wayne Groho, should mention him because he was threatening all the way through this race in 3rd position just at that point. And as we got into the final lap, he really looked as though he was going to make a lunge for the lead. But Adananta, as he said, he could hear other bikes around him, but he rode his own race, held his line. Nice, clean, slightly slippery exit.
You can tell he went into that final corner as hard as he was prepared to, and no one else was able to outbrake him. And all of them moving around on the way out, but in the end,